Yo, Big Kish back up in here. It's about to get surgical, y'all. Y'all already know when we react to Jalopy Bungus, it's about to get real surgical. Now check this out. He got a video that says the HipHop Avengers has been assembled. Now, we already know we got a lot of culture vultures in hip-hop. There's a lot of people in hip-hop that's really not hip-hop, but you got hip-hop that's really hip-hop, and they going against each other. It's about to be a all-out brawl in hip-hop, lyrically, of course. But if y'all want to take it there, we could go there as well. Before we get into this video, y'all make sure y'all please go pick up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description along with the Discord and some merch if you're interested. I appreciate all of y'all for y'all support. And y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
There's a clear divide in hip hop right now. I want to reference a tweet that Punch had put on Twitter not that long ago that covers a very much larger conversation. And that's the fact that Punch is stating the divide in hip hop is insane. It's like it's two different ideologies. The battle may have been the catalyst, but it feels like it's been bubbling for a while. No matter what the topic is, you can tell clearly who falls on what side. It's referencing the things that we have been talking about on this channel for a while now. The fact that this battle and this whole situation that we're witnessing in this country is much bigger than diss tracks and hip hop. There is a clear divide. This is because there is a shift in our energy. There is a shift.
Hey, what Dot said? It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the flow. You really about to do it? Listen, man. Hey, look, it's really a divide. You got people that's in the hip hop just to take to see what they could gain. They don't care about our people. They don't care about none of that. Then you have people that really care about our people and that's in it to feed their families. They ain't in it to be greedy. You know what I'm saying?
Shift in our reality, and the old reality is fighting to stay within existence. This is happening everywhere. It might be happening in your life right now. It might be happening to you. It goes on to say, depending on which side was taken in the battle, the same group of people, like the same sports star, the same politician, had the same stance on whatever issue. It's like a social experiment. I 1000% agree with Punch. I think that's why it's so hard for a lot of people to have nuanced conversations when it comes to this battle. And not only for the battle, but in general. People can't have nuanced conversations about politics, nuanced conversations about really anything. It's either black and white, and that's because there is a clear divide going on. Which brings me to the title of this video. And clearly, very clearly, the Hip Hop Avengers have come together, bro. And I call them the Hip Hop Avengers because you talking about Clips, you talking about Pharrell, you talking about Kendrick Lamar, you talking about Jay-Z, Nas. This is ridiculous right here. Yeah. And these guys are working very closely right now under this Clips album. Now, the Kendrick Lamar Drake battle was obviously the line that was drawn in the sand. I think both sides made their point very clear, and that's what we got. But when you look at this Clips album, it's almost like another flag is being planted in the sand. That's why, while Clips has always been culturally relevant, I think this is the most important album of their entire career, because this album is gonna set the precipice of where hip hop is going next. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, based on the reception, the cultural impact, and the performance of this album, hip hop is going to take a completely different turn in the coming years. And I believe this is why the Hip Hop Avengers have assembled. It's to let the people know, letting each of these fan bases that come from the core of our essence, the core of hip hop, that we are back. That the
Bruh, that's what I love. I love this connection, man. I love when the greats get together and they standing on business, because that's what this album is going to be. That's what this album is going to sound like. What we the core of what this is about. That's what it's gonna. Even like hearing the beats from hearing the beats already of the leaked verses and all of that stuff. Of the leaked songs rather. Yo, this is what we used to, man. Pharrell is in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know he's one of the greatest producers in the world. You know what I'm saying? Beside amongst other producers, you know. And for Nas and Jay to get on it, that bruh, do you understand where they're about to take this to? You know what I'm saying? Now it ain't even about whether they could afford the production or not. It ain't even about that. It's about, okay, let's show them where we come from. That's what this is about. Let's show them what these other people has been coming and taking and trying to replicate or duplicate, and they haven't been able to do it. Let's just show these people that how they've been trying to use AI to copy our sound, and you know they're not going to be able to do it. Let's just show them the originality and how this really works in the industry. I think that's what we gonna get. That's what we gonna get. The core of hip hop, that sound. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we about to get, man. This is, I mean, y'all heard Kendrick Lamar in his bag on that Chains and Whip song that just been leaked. Y'all heard him in his bag with the Gen. Bruh. He's in his bag right now, bro.
Feel is restored, that the energy that you came up with is back. And there's no better way to stamp that than to bring all of these legends who have done numerous things for this culture, numerous things for the advancement of hip hop together in this moment. And to prove that this allegiance is clear as day, we can look at the events leading up to the Louis Vuitton show that happened today. For example, Clips and Pharrell have recorded their entire album in Paris. They made this extremely clear. And you telling me the very next time we see Jay-Z in years on a performance is a surprise pop out with Beyonce, where? In Paris. Not only that, this is 2 weeks before the Clips album drops. Not only that, Kendrick Lamar and SZA are performing in Paris 4 days after the Clips album drops. That don't seem kind of coordinated to y'all? I'm just wondering. Don't get me started on everybody that's out in Paris right now that got interesting connections to each other. You got AZ Chike out there. Jay-Z and Beyonce pulled up to the Louis Vuitton show. Freddie Gibbs is out there. Bro, it's a lot of MCs out there. Who knows? And while I was recording this, it just got announced that Rick Ross and Pharrell are dropping a video this month. And guess where it was shot? In Paris. You can't tell me there isn't a clear allegiance being built here, and we've been talking about this for a minute now. And that makes you do a double take. Like,
man, I was hoping. I was like, dang, because y'all know Rick Ross was came out and say like, yeah, I'm open to, you know, whatever with Drake or whatever. I was like, man, please don't go back working with him, man. Please don't.
Hold on. There's also been another allegiance building on the other side. And we've been talking about this allegiance too. They made their allegiance so obvious. People like myself been talking about it since July of 2024, bruh. And just like Punch said in that tweet, it almost feels political. To where all three of these individuals have some type of adjacent assimilation with the right. Not just them, it's their fan bases. When you see the fan bases of Drake and Kanye West specifically, a lot of these guys are like younger Gen Z MAGA types. Now, their fan bases are wide range, don't get me wrong.
And when you listen to Pusha T speak about Kanye West, it's kind of like how Kendrick feel about Drake. Like, this dude don't have no morals. He don't think like me. He's not like me. And I don't expect him to be like me. He's just like, you know what I'm saying? Listen to Pusha T speak about Kanye West, bro. And you could kind of tell that Kanye is something ain't something, man. Something's not something with him, man.
Wrong. But if you ever see debates or arguments for these guys or anybody going to bat for them is usually somebody on that side. And then you think about people like Young Thug who have openly expressed what side of the sand they stay on. You think about people like Lil Baby who have openly expressed what side of the sand they stand on. There's definitely a war going on in the industry, and there's been a war going on in this music industry, dog. There's a shift happening, just like I said in the beginning of the video, where the new ways of being, the new ways of life are trying to make themselves apparent. But the old version of life, the old way of life wants to pull it back so that it can't. That's something that is the energy of the world right now. Whether it's outside of you, it's physical, spiritual, you see countries, you see wherever you look, that divide is extremely clear because we are coming into a new timeline. And I think this Louis Vuitton show was another one of those things where the line was stamped. It was stamped. You don't see none of those individuals I named pulling up to this show. But the individuals that stand for the art form and stand for hip hop, not just as a money-making machine, but something to express yourself and help others express themselves from, yeah, they teaming up right now. And I don't think you're not gonna be able to fuck with them because they control the quality of the music. Yeah. The other side has been commodifying it for so long. Once the commodification is no longer wanted and people want the art, they've lost the track. Now, I believe that the side that has Drake and Kanye,
you got people who genuinely love it and people that just want the bread from it. They just want to enslave ninjas. In Young Thug interview, when he had all that shit on, all that weird stuff on, he was like, yeah, we've been getting away with saying nothing on the track for a minute. That's what they used to, saying nothing, man. Saying nothing on the track and getting away with it. No substance is what I mean.
On it is hoping to turn this into a political war because they've lost their power within the culture. They lost their culture cachet. So they got to get it from somewhere else. And since they no longer have the culture cachet, I think they're hoping they can gather audiences from the MAGA side, the conservative side, etc., right? And use that to leverage them in this war that is going on. They're hoping that they can make this about Democrat and Republican because that's where their power source would be. The people who support hip hop, like the hip hop Avengers that I just showed y'all, do not need to politically align in order to make this happen. I think that might be the case.
They got the talent. They got the talent. Listen, when you pick apart No Malice lyrics, bro, he's on a different level, bro. Even Pusha T. When you break down the lyrics, like they bars is slowly, like they don't have those type of bars. You could just get it right there. Like you got to, with their bars, you got to do some, oh, that's what he talking about. That's what he talking about. Pusha T had an AZ bar. And somebody had tweeted, was like, yo, this bar hit different now that I know AZ real name. I was like, oh, snap, forgot how it went. If I find it on X again, I'll put it in a collage. But yo, I'm telling you, there's levels. There's levels to the lyricism, man.
For some of them, but not all of them. Kendrick Lamar does not have to politically align himself to do what he's doing right now. But they're hoping to make it seem that way. They're hoping to paint these guys as the faces of the Democratic Party. I promise you they're gearing up for the election. Both parties are gearing up for elections too, hoping they can use these influencers and these musicians as leverage to push their candidate. I don't think that that's going to happen for the Democratic Party as much as it'll happen for the Republican Party. Because the artists who are going in...
Yeah, if anybody know me, I don't care about all of that presidential, Democrat, Republics. I ain't into all that stuff. My king is Christ. My Lord is God. Christ is the OG, the big homie. The you know what I'm saying? God is my ruler. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't into all of that.
In that direction are depleted of all their cultural relevance. So they have no choice but to agree to it. And the Republican Party didn't really have a lot of musical representation in this last election. And I believe that's what's going on here. I think everybody in this picture probably has different political beliefs. Probably some of them don't believe in either party. Some of them probably lean in one way, etc. But I think their goal is to make them the face of that side. But regardless of all that political shit that Rand just went on, right? Musically, this is about to be the image. This is about to be what it is. For the foreseeable future, hip hop is about to be hardcore. And you got to get used to it. Like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new here, especially if you've been watching it.
Yeah, y'all tapping with Jalopy, bro. The link to his channel gonna be in the description. He cooks. You want the latest information, he cooks. But yeah, as far as the Avengers being assembled, that's Pharrell on them beats. Crazy, man. Nas, Jay, Kendrick get in his bag. Even when Jay get in his bag, like, y'all ain't what? Man, I'm about ownership, man. Jay get in his bag and he start talking that ownership stuff, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, we must. I was gonna say we must support that Pusha T, that Clips album that come out, man. Because I think Def Jam in order for them to get out their contract, they gonna get a piece of they're gonna get a percentage of the album or whatnot. But yeah, man, they had to pay 7 figures to get out their deal. That's crazy, man. And Nas, you remember when they was beefing? It was like, is it a black girl loss or shorty owe you for ice? Like, Jay was trying to expose Nas. But I'm just letting you know how Nas been on that for his people stuff. Been speaking on, you know what I'm saying? I know I can be what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Timbuktu came to get books to learn from black teachers who taught Greeks and Romans, Asian Arabs, and gave them gold when gold was converted to money. It all changed. Man, yo, Nas been in his bag. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nas been in his bag. But yeah, bro, this is gonna be amazing. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Shout out to Jalopy for that breakdown. Big Kish signing out. Going, y'all.